Good morning, gamers. Welcome, gamers.
Context.
I gotta turn my brightness up one time. Shout out to Robbie, Tristan, and Grey Host. I love your jokers. Okay. I just wrote this poem, and it's okay, but I don't know. This week has been kind of interesting. I got hit by a car on Tuesday in front of Millikan. It was pretty fucking sick. Okay. Community college. $50 a unit. Hell yeah. And I was only in the hospital for like a day, so like it wasn't too bad. But I like ricocheted off the windshield and there's like a puddle of blood around my head, so that was cool. So like, you know, but like because I'm a gamer, I'm indestructible. I should probably get on with the poem. Anyway, okay. Alright, true love will find you in the end. Go out and find yourself again and again. 'Cause where the wind blows and your tears hit, I'll love the sky forever and I'll know that everything goes on. And it'll always pass away. Everything is a pond and a tear and washes years away. The Beatles suck, and I do too, and it's all branding and not content. Society's a scam anyway, okay? But I like blankets, so fight me with pillows. All the comfort is in your head and all around me. And where God isn't, all of you are here with me instead.
This poem was written about Aaron over there. But yeah, when you got hit by the car, because I actually saw that skit and it was traumatizing. Like there was literally a puddle of blood coming out of his head. Like it was scary. Like I was crying. I'm still waiting for him. I'm sorry. You're asking for innocent jokes? That's like asking like Donald Trump to do something good for the economy.
I love you. Dean, I love you.
Okay, so I call this one Aaron's poem because it is dedicated to Aaron. Crimson blood drips from his head as he lies weeping upon a concrete floor. That night he dreamt of the wrath of 1,000 gypsies who ventured through insipid tunnels and feasted off the aspiration of the enlightened. He knew he was damned. In his mind he was dreadfully marred, instilled with thoughts of perturbation for whatever would occur. He thought he was hexed by the gypsies which plagued his dreams. He believed the odious dream would take its toll and turn his day into a macabre nightmare. He went through his day nervously awaiting the beckoning fate that followed. The man was visited by a plethora of wretched episodes. This man was hexed by the belligerent gypsies which plagued his dreams, hexed by the brooding thoughts that stalked him, hexed by an unforgiving muse. When out of his shock, vroom, vroom, the sky turned dead. Crimson blood pours from his head as he lies weeping upon a concrete floor. Blood pours like sherry. His ribs are broken and exposed, resembling a grotesque arachnid. His skin was singed, burned by the city street. Gray matter was dangling from his vermilion head. His flesh was impaled with 1,000 glass shards, and his legs were bent and contorted. He had been hit. A deranged cackle echoed throughout his sundered ears as he began to realize The gypsy had took its toll.
The hush of your voice is green and dark, so I will tell you a secret. I think my heart looks just like the sea. There are things only poets and children know. Crouching under a bedsheet before you sleep, your first prayer was a fairy tale and a flashlight. How stars flash green as traffic lights, like everything you always wanted, like train tracks traveling fast out of the city. If I show you the deep marine beat of my heart, will you tell me a secret? At night, in the scratching soft dark of your bed sheets, do you cry when you think about magic? Tell the truth. I forgive you. All right, that's that one. And this one's called The Road Home, Girl Ghost. She left California in a copper car that smelled like crayons and gasoline and somebody's grandmother. The radio shrills in Nacarat colors. Coming home to you, coming home to you. She said to me, I see gold in the canyons, and the dirt shone bone shatter bright through the ventricles of her chest, sanguinescent in the dust light. The vertigrous phlegm of city evenings was rusting the steel in her teeth. She said, I'm leaving in the morning with a pickaxe and a poem. Girls go out in flares, with a wink and a pop and a promise. Be back soon.
Moses, why is the sea of love split? Because Moses spoke wrong, and now waves of pain and regret hit me. I'm so used to the pain. You would think that I have gained the strength to fight back, but nothing gets better and everything turns to black. Why does nothing seem to look bright? Because the love I thought was real lost its light. The God I've come to love has cursed me to damnation, where even doves are the darkest of blacks. Why is my life like this? Because nothing in this life, or any life, will bring true bliss. Because I live in a world where hate strives on the weak, like a bird holds the world like a worm in its beak. Because politics are corrupt, because life is mostly blue. Because divorce is like a sea being split into two. Thank you.
I wrote something short, and by short I mean like it's a haiku, so it's short. But I wrote it. Stop. So I wrote it for it to be read back, like forwards and backwards, and it's talking about perspective. So it's called Sunflower. A flower grows tall, its roots are doused by a storm. A flower withers. A flower withers, its roots are doused by a storm. A flower grows tall. Thank you.
This is my first time reading here, so bear with me. And this poem is called And She Loved Her Dolls. Her with eroded skin and sun-arid teeth, her broken branched capillaries and story-glossed eyes, stewed in melancholy in the valley of the dolls. In their grove of porcelain, she grieved for her withered face. She asked why she deserved to sit amidst the sugar of their gaze. They creaked their necks to look at her, crackled and manufactured, and they licked their teapot lips. And they told her how long they've waited for someone with stories and an unwavering heart. And they took her into their arms like the breathless embrace of a storm, and they told her that she could stay forever.
Hi, I'm Maddy. It's like my first time Visions. Yeah, at Visions, so some of you may not know me, but yeah. Okay, this is an original poem I wrote like 20 minutes ago. So here. I hit the water, sinking to the bottom, screaming without sound, wondering why no one looked down and pulled me out. My gravestone sat on still ground. Do not stand there and weep. I am still there. I do not sleep. Still screaming without sound, wondering why you choose to stand there. I am not gone. I am all around. Don't let me drown in the waves. I woke to see no one in sight. No more tears. No more dead flowers. My soul got away from this dream. I've never been free. I still think that I could be found. I could be one who is saved. But no one heard my screams. No one came running. Don't let the water drag you down.
So the first one is called In There. You aren't your picture anymore. You drag your feet. The sagging weight of your empty head, empty thoughts that cling to a past you somehow remember. But where are we? In there. I'm the bubblegum you swallowed, shriveled up and unpleasant, sticking to your throat like the tears I give you. She's the thorn that pricked your finger, quickly cruel and instantly felt, but you forget about the thin sliver with such a great blooming rose in front of you. He's the gilded, carefully preserved man in the picture, ageless and dark-haired, slowly smoldering in the black and white. He's the one who helps you think that you're still who you were then. Where are you now, in your mind? Where are you? I don't think you know. You drag your feet. I'm the rope that no one else will pull for you, not even you. She's the hand in the distance that waved long ago. He's the luckiest man in the world, or so he says. Where are you? Where are you? I don't think I hear your slippers anymore. I wrote both of these like 2 years ago. So. This next one is called Amusements, emphasis on the muse. So here we go. I think that maybe I could love you if I wanted to be miserable and feel sufficiently lucky, like you said. I think that maybe I could fly to Australia again, drink more Bundy rum and spend less, see more. And this time the airplane wouldn't be quarantined because someone got sick. I think that maybe I could see time as a friend and not the enemy. The one that slowly takes away memories, the one that eventually takes us all. I think that maybe I should say whatever I damn well please, but I'm really sorry, never mind. I think that maybe Harry Potter should be real, and I would be Minister of Magic, according to an online quiz. I think that maybe Star Wars would be even better. I could be a Jedi who isn't terribly one-dimensional, the way George Lucas likes them. I would be Padme Amidala without the loss of will to live. I think that maybe friendship should be cheesy again, and I could hold your hand and look at beautiful you. I think that maybe I forget to cry sometimes. I think about it when I need to. I always say I will, but later. I think that maybe I'd like to go back. Screw the space-time continuum like Janeway and Picard before me. I think that maybe I'm full of it. Thank you. Come again.
Yeah, I don't even know who you are, but I know you. Okay, I just want to say, when I write poems, they're not really anything about world currents. I just, write about something, I don't know. So this is the first one, and it's called I Do. We are standing face to face, you in a wedding dress. The priest asks if you do. Before you say anything, I wake up and you're not there. That's the first one. This next one is called Other Side, and it's trees flail and plant. I'm gonna shoot myself. Trees flail in panic as Zeus pounds his thunder drum, the heavy mist masking the ground below. The cold beaten window turned into colorless stained glass. The gray sky's cry is not enough to stir anyone, except for me. The weeping clouds remind me of myself, ice needles piercing my unprotected arms. I push out the fog with every exhale. I'm the only one to notice nature's sadness, only because no one now notices my sorrow too. Or they just don't care. My hand on the frosted window, I feel tears running down my face, avoiding my smile, or was it the rain? I couldn't really tell. The only thought that was in my mind is what it must be like to those on the other side of this window. I wonder what it's like to have a roof to protect myself from this weather, what it's like to have a home. And then this next one is called Life. Like a movie, I can see my child self running across the living room with a towel for a cape and a bat on my chest. Next, I see I'm taller, more literate, but I'm stuck in my room, eyes glued on pages in front of my shelf of books. I asked myself why I wasn't with my friends, but then I remembered why I have all those books. Even bigger with acne and braces, my long hair covered what I thought was an ugly face. That stupid blonde kid making fun of my acne face gave me a smile. No more acne or braces. That stupid blonde kid's arm is around me and my head on his shoulder. We are sitting on a couch watching cheesy movies. Then graying hair, our voices hurt from shouting matches, but no matter how many times, we always ended up in each other's arms. I see myself in a hospital bed with a life support machine stuck to me and that stupid gray-haired man in a bed next to mine. Both of our eyes are closed but our hands are in each other's. His monitor starts beeping slower and slower, and his line goes flat. I'm smiling, and my monitor beeps slower. Before my world goes black, I think to myself, it's true what they say. Your life does flash before your eyes before you die. And yeah, that's all I got.
All right, guys, so this is literally like being in high school all over again. Very interesting. I'm really happy to be here. It's kind of bittersweet, I guess. So I decided to do a food for thought. I could have done the slam poem in my usual fashion, but I feel like there are so many things to be angry about, but this isn't a night to be angry. So this is kind of goes out to my friend Nick. He introduced me to Visions in the first place, and I never got to do one of these for him, so wherever he is, this is for him. So I know a lot of you are going to be attending college soon, and congrats to my senior friends who are graduating. Some of you guys are in college now, some of you guys are just, going on with your life, and maybe you need to hear this, maybe you don't, but here we go. I watched a TED Talk recently from Simon Sinek entitled, How Great Leaders Inspire Action. In this, he explains what we should be doing when we're talking to others, and it's to speak from the inside out, telling people why we do things, our passions and what drives us, then talk about what we do. He says, and repeats this phrase throughout the whole talk, people don't buy what we do, they buy why we do it. As I've almost completed my first year of college, I realized that I was having a harder time than I had anticipated. Not because I wasn't prepared, not because I wasn't smart enough, but because I hadn't found my why. The freedom of college meant that I was away from everyone's expectations, my teachers, my mentors, classmates, my parents. I had to fill everyone's expectations, and I was doing it so well that I didn't know what expectations I had for myself, or if I even had them in the first place. And I got lost. With no one to guide me, I fell from the peak that I had placed myself in. I liked what I was doing before, better grades for a better college, for a better job, but one question still remains, why? Our whole lives we've been told that there is one ultimate why, and that's money. This is what I was told too, but Simon says that this is not a why, it is a result, an effect. But what is our cause, and what does it mean to be successful then? I had a teacher here once tell me that there are multiple types of wealth, so there must be multiple types of success. The one that stuck with me most was knowledge. If you guys didn't know, I go to UCI to study sociology. It's not a sociology school, it's not even a liberal arts college, it's a STEM uni. My major has been called useless, a no money major countless times, and even my parents want me to switch out, very badly. But after being called an idiot for staying in my supposedly useless major so many times, I finally realized my why. And it's because knowledge is wealth. Knowledge is my wealth. My passion and what drives me is social justice, and I want to grow up to be a sociology teacher with a specialization in social justice issues. I want to spread the message of equality. I believe that equality is important. I believe that everyone should have their existence respected, and I believe that teaching our nation's future the importance of compassion and kindness and mindfulness is crucial to our success as a whole. To achieve this, I need the knowledge. I need to know everything I can in order to pass it forward, to continue the ripple effect that is teaching others that began here, for me. This is my why. Whenever I'm reminded that I need to switch my major in fear of sleeping in a tent, I tell myself that if I know my why and follow it, talk about it, believe in it, then I will create the success that I want to believe in. And hopefully, if I'm lucky, others will be inspired as well. And that's what success is to me. People don't buy what you do, but they'll buy why you do it. So what is your why? And what do you believe in? When you find it, chase it down, hold it tight, and show it off, proudly. You cannot teach this passion to everyone, but you can ignite it. And you can You can ignite it by letting it be moonlight that guides in the darkness of nights, like the sun that creates life by shining down on it. In this way, to speak, to live from the inside out, you can be everything you want to be. Leaders, inspirers, world changers, as long as you know why you want to do it. Thank you.